Hello, hello, we are live. Welcome to today's Q&A. Today I'm going to answer your questions about the 7-day challenge. Okay, let's wait until everyone comes in. And then we'll go over the Q&A. Welcome everyone, welcome everyone. If you don't mind, please introduce yourself so I know you're there. Otherwise, I don't see who's there. Welcome, welcome. I don't see any names yet. If you please would introduce yourself. Hi, Joanne. Here we go. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you guys doing? Hi, Linda. Hi, Connie. Okay, wonderful. Everyone is coming in. Excellent, excellent. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Linda. Hi, Darlene. Wonderful, excellent, excellent. Everyone is coming in. Okay, great, great. Hi, Stacy. Excellent, excellent. Everyone is coming in. Great, great. Wonderful, wonderful. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm so glad you came today. Today is our first Q&A for the 7-day challenge. And I hope everyone is doing well. And so I'd be happy to answer all your questions today. But again, today was a day where I'm going to answer some specific questions. And it was how much protein you need. And I will answer this today for you. And there were quite a few other questions. And I'm going to go to my questions on the Facebook group, and then I'm going to answer them. Okay, excellent, excellent. I shouldn't be going to my own Facebook page because then you're going to hear me. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. I see everyone is introducing themselves. Wonderful. Thank you so much for doing this. So I know you're there. Really appreciate it. Okay, good. So one of the questions I had yesterday, it was how much protein do we need, or do we get enough protein on on this meal plan? Great. Linda's asking how my finger is. My finger is good. You know, the reason why I cut myself is I was at my sister-in-law and I helped her washing the dishes, and I usually know that, and it was my mistake. I go into the dishwashing water and wanted to wash the dishes. Little did I know that there was a knife in there, and that's how I cut myself. I haven't cut myself with a knife in over, I don't know, 25 years, but I cut myself on stupid things like that. What can you do? Okay. Okay. I see actually the first question here. Sonita is asking, I found myself a bit hungry and starving about crusty Italian bread with butter. That's funny. You know what? That is completely normal. Because by eating according to the meal plan, you are actually eliminating all processed foods. And a processed food is, unfortunately, beautiful, delicious Italian bread. Right. So, and that is the key during the challenge. You're trying to omit all processed foods, and then you could have some cravings for those foods. It's completely normal, but they will go away. They will absolutely go away. Yeah. So how much protein do we need? There's if you can look it up online, and you very quickly find out that there's a general idea of how much protein we need, and then if you really dig down deeper, you get to the nitty-gritty stuff, and that's where Dr. Campbell and his China study comes into play, so to speak. That's why I got certified with my whole food plant-based nutrition. And so everyone is saying we need, a lot of protein, meaning we need like 150 grams of protein a day. And I understand for athletes, yes, they need a lot of protein, but referencing the China study, clearly we don't need as much protein as everyone is trying to say. Right now, 10% of our calorie intake is sufficient for a vegan diet. But when it comes to the Western diet, 90% of all people get 16%. So if you put this into correlation with chronic diseases, that is your answer right there. We are trying to eat more than we really need, and that's the issue. But again, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to make you any dietary recommendations. I'm referencing other doctors, what they say, and I eat this way. So just to make, there's certain different diets out there, and all of them have a different idea how much protein you need. I've been living on this whole food plant-based lifestyle for years now, and I exercise 5 times a week. I'm very active. I run a 10K easy. I run 3-4 times a week. I do a little weightlifting, not really much to gain, big muscles, but just to keep me strong enough. But I do yoga, I meditate, and I don't feel deprived, never. One thing I would like to mention is when you eat my meal plan, listen to your body. That's all I can tell you. Listen to your body, and your body always knows best, always. Very often we misunderstand our body. For instance, if we haven't been drinking enough water, then we are mistaken this with being hungry, but we really need water. So that's why we should drink our 8 glasses of water a day. That said, if you eat a lot of salad per day, you don't need that much water either, okay? But if you eat a lot of starchy vegetables, solid vegetables, cooked vegetables, yes, you still need your 8 glasses of water, okay? So, for instance, okay, great. Jody is saying that her macro coach has her on 60 grams. That's great. 60 grams is fine. Usually it's about 36.36 grams per pound of body weight. So you can calculate it, how much protein you need per day. But it all depends if you are very active or not. And this is your solution, basically. If you calculate your protein just like that and you feel hungry, well, you got to eat more. That's it. Dr. Campbell says If you eat enough calories, you will get enough protein. That's it. Because everything has protein, almost everything. Obviously, fruit doesn't have as much protein as uh, beans and lentils and other legumes, but there is protein in everything. So, and then I want to go to a misconception where many references or many books, many websites say that we need to get a complete protein at every meal, and that's not true. That's according to Dr. Campbell. He said that you can eat um, not complete protein in the morning, and then for lunch you can eat again a non-complete protein. If you eat two different kind of vegetables, that becomes a complete protein. So if you eat one in the morning and one for lunch, the body will take what it needs and makes it a complete protein. That's how our bodies work. And there's not much written about that. But if you go to Dr. Campbell, his China study, you look it up, you will see it. You can also look it up under nutritionstudies.org. He always speaks about it. He has lectures about it. And he actually proved that when you eat too much protein, it actually results in chronic diseases. And but that doesn't count for vegan proteins. That's the beauty of it. So if you eat too much vegan protein, nothing is going to happen to you. And that's the beauty of it. So that's why I'm saying, as long as you eat enough calories, you will get enough protein. As long as you feel full, you get enough protein. When we're hungry for certain things, like our Italian bread, whatever it is, these are, and forgive me if I say that, these are these are food addictions, and I have them, and almost everyone has them. And sometimes it's a beautiful thing because I used to love all this stuff, pizza, whatever it is. I used to love this stuff, but this is the salt. Going back to my chef training, we are, as chefs, we are being trained to make a top-notch meal for our restaurant guests, so they go satisfied home. And we do that by putting everything of our, to please our taste buds, from acidity to the fat, the satiating effect to the salt, acidity, and all these little factors make a complete meal. For instance, I've mentioned this many times before. We are able to match any wine with any food. It doesn't matter what kind of wine it is. It doesn't matter what kind of food it is. I can match it. I can guarantee it. And it's just, I need a few spices for that. And I need a few, little things. Acidity, fat, salt. That's what I need. And I can make almost every wine taste to the food. So that's a trick, what we know. And this is how those culinary addictions literally come from, because we do them every day. We create them every day, and we have our guests addicted to that. That's why those top-notch restaurants in the city, wherever it is, Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, if you go to those top-notch restaurants, you always get a top-notch meal, because all those senses, those taste buds get their share of flavor, and that becomes, if this is in harmony, you have the perfect meal. Okay, so, and that's what I'm actually trying to teach you. I don't have the time to do it through the challenge, but my members definitely will learn this. And this is when you can make any meal at any time almost perfect. Okay, so this is where the secret lies. Okay, so that was about protein, you can go to the nutritional calculator at the USDA website. And if you're not sure, if you think you don't get enough, well, just plug it in. But there are many other calculators as well. But the USDA is it's the basic, so to speak. Even though their protein recommendation is not up to par, not up to par, but not the same as what Dr. Campbell would say. Again, it gives you an idea of all the micronutrients you need. Okay, if you get enough magnesium and and all those things, so that's very important. So if you do that, you put in your weight, you put in all the information, and the nutritional calculator gives you all the information you need. Then you go to Chronometer and just plug in your food, what you add, and it will tell you by the end of the day if you had enough macro and micronutrients. Okay, but I have learned that I got enough of most nutrients, and if let's say I'm missing magnesium, which is unlikely, but let's say it is, then yes, then I could pop a magnesium tablet if I have to. So I can realize this, for instance, if I have cramps in my legs, it's either water missing, it's maybe potassium missing, or magnesium missing. So again, this is you can also look it up on other websites, but you have to listen to your body, and you will see that after a while you feel good if you eat according to the meal plan. You just have to make sure that you eat enough green leafy vegetables, enough starchy vegetables, and enough non-starchy vegetables. And I have done it in such a way that if you eat a third of each, with most meals, you get all the nutrients you need. Keep in mind that on a whole food plant-based lifestyle, you eat much more food than if you would eat chicken or beef or fish, whatever, because we can. Remember, we cook without oil and we don't have animal proteins. So we have significant less calories on our plate. So it's okay to have 2 plates. Okay. So, and that's how we eat. That's how we get all our protein. I eat big plates for lunch and, for dinner too, because, I don't need to lose any more weight. I lost 20 pounds in the beginning when I transitioned, and I kept it off. And so from that point of view, if you get enough calories, you will get enough protein. Okay, let's see if we have any questions here. Okay, Stephanie is asking, the chili and pea soup is delicious, but makes large amount. Is this still divided up to 4 servings? Yes, yeah. You're talking about the protein? Yes. Also, there's protein in rice and quinoa. If you add all this to it, you get enough protein. Remember, if you cooked the recipes, you freeze them so you have them either for the end of the week or next week. Okay, don't let it go to waste. Very important. Okay, Debbie's asking, can the whole lemon be used for the lemon water if you don't have a Vitamix? Yes, you can. I do mine in a NutriBullet. Yes, I do them in my NutriBullet too. Vitamix, of course, is one of the best mixers you can get. Absolutely. But NutriBullet works fine too. They're just as powerful. Okay, let's see any more questions. Oh, Sunita is saying beet salad was wonderful for dinner. Thank you, Sunita. Thank you. Okay, I don't think there's too many questions here. Let me see if I... Where is my question here? I don't find my questions here on my Facebook group. Give me 1 second. I'm looking up for the questions you had asked earlier. I had so many comments here today. Oh my goodness. But it's great. I'm loving it. Where are the questions? Sorry about this. Sorry. I'm just going over the questions if I find them here. Okay. Does anyone has any other questions? I cannot believe this. I cannot find my post, but I did earlier. Okay. I apologize for this. This is not good. Okay. If you don't mind, post the questions in here. I cannot find the post what I did on Facebook. This is crazy. How long do you roast beets for? 1 hour. I use I roast them at 350 degrees at a hole with the skin on. And yes, Stacy, if you don't mind, can you check if you can see the questions? Thank you, Stacy. Okay. So Jacqueline said your beets didn't get done. You mean they didn't cook in an hour? Well, it depends on the size of the beets. Maybe you had some really, really big beets, then that could be. But I have never seen that. An hour is usually enough. Okay. How much rice is a serving with chili? Haha, good question. I would use a 3/4 cup, about a 3/4 cup to a cup. Remember, since we are trying to lose weight, use less of the starchy vegetables, and you can use more of all the other vegetables. But once our bodies get used to this lifestyle, you know, it doesn't really matter how much you eat of that. It doesn't matter because brown rice are fibers, and that's all what counts. Okay, but for now, I would keep it at a 3/4 cup, maybe a cup, but no more than that. Okay. Okay. Sunita's asking, is it bad to slice it up, roast, then eat? I don't understand. That too much sugar right away. I don't understand the question. Is it bad to slice it up, roast it, then eat it? Oh, okay. You want to make sure that you roast it first, then you peel it, then you slice it. Okay, that's what I would say. Okay, how do you do your beets? Again, I roast them at 350 for an hour. If just poke a fork in there. If it goes through easily, then it's cooked. If it's not, you just leave it in for another 15 minutes or so. Oh, okay. Sunita's asking, we're wondering about sugar caramelized when roasting the beet. As long as you eat the whole beet, that's fine. It doesn't matter because you're not getting rid of the fibers. Always remember, when you eat whole foods, you eat them including the fibers, and that's what makes the big difference. So your body will not be flooded with sugar all at once. Your body will slowly absorb the sugar, so your A1C is not going up. Remember, if you have diabetes, you have to check your sugar. Okay, so I cannot tell you, in general terms that your A1C is not going up because I don't know what was your last meal. Eating a whole food plant-based diet or ingredients, usually you can control your A1C. It's difficult once you add dairy and chicken and fish and animal foods to your diet. That's when it becomes difficult, and that's why your doctor is telling you, hey, cut down on your carbs. That's the whole thing, and it makes sense to cut down on your carbs when you eat animal foods. But as I mentioned yesterday, that when you eat animal foods, the fat in those foods are being absorbed first. It's going first into the bloodstream. So when your cells are hungry, they absorb whatever comes their way, and it's the fat first. And then the sugar comes into your bloodstream, and then your body dispenses insulin. And the insulin is trying to get into the cell, and it can't because the fat is in there. So if you stop eating animal foods, then obviously your sugar goes first into the, not sugar, your carbs are being digested first, and they go into the bloodstream, and then your body dispense, so to speak, insulin, and then the insulin can get into the cells, and the sugar has been absorbed into the cells. That's how you keep a good insulin. That's how you don't become insulin resistant. So that's very important. Okay. Do I eat the snacks if I'm not hungry? No, you don't eat. That's a very good question, Cindy. Very, very good question. I recommend to you that you eat to your heart's content until you feel satiated, not overly full, satiated. You do that by not eating as much, not eating as fast as you usually do. Try to eat a little slower. Finish your meal until you're full, and then don't eat anything. Just drink water until you're really hungry. It is okay to eat a fruit, absolutely. Have an apple, have an orange, whatever you like. That's fine. But don't have those snacks what have a lot of calories. That will literally kill your diet, so to speak. Fruit is fine, but don't. And I wouldn't even suggest eating dried fruit, something like that. That is, it's not going to. That's going to set off the balance between all these meals, and then you become even more hungry, and then you eat way more calories than you really need to. So the key is going from one meal to another and being really hungry for your next meal, but not like you're starving, just hungry. Just like, for instance, you haven't gone without food for a few hours now. I know you're really hungry for something, delicious. The key is the hungrier you are, the better your food tastes. And sometimes if we are not used to this whole food plant-based lifestyle, we have to get used to certain foods. But when you get hungry, most foods taste very good when you're hungry. And that's the key. I'm not saying you need to starve. Absolutely not. But so try to omit snacking if you can. If you need an apple, an orange, that's all fine. That's not a problem. Yes. Yeah. Have a carrot, have an apple. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely. Yeah. I just. Yeah, I'm reading Stacy's comment. He needs to add it to the module. Okay, hummus with cherry tomatoes or carrots. Yes, a good snack. Oil-free hummus, right? Oil-free, very important. I could not find the red bell pepper sauce for the stuffed mushrooms. The sauce should be under condiments. I think it's there. If not, I cooked it yesterday in the batch cooking. It's just 3 ingredients. It's half an onion, one whole red bell pepper, and some garlic. You could add a little basil if you like. You cook this until it gets soft, tender. Then you put it in a blender, and that becomes your sauce. So if you like, you can add some hot peppers to it, or any kind of hot sauce if you like it spicy. Okay, it's not there. I will add it to it. That's funny. I was sure I added it to it. I will make sure I will add the sauce, the red bell pepper sauce. Can I use organic lemon juice in my water instead of whole lemons? Yeah, if you like, absolutely. Yeah. Can I use Instant Pot for beets? Absolutely. Yeah, you can. I would recommend steaming your beets. That's fine. Oh, it's in there. Good. I was wondering. I thought I put it in the recipe module. Thanks, Stacy. Good. Okay. Again, I know we had quite a few questions this morning. There were a question, I think Connie was asking about breakfast and intermittent fasting. So this is, I'm not a doctor. I cannot tell you if it's good or not good. I can only tell you that the experience what our members have had with the meal plans, they had only positive effects. Correct me if I'm wrong, Stacy, Devonda, who else is here from the other, Jacqueline, of all the other members here who are here longer, Anjana. Keep me, correct me if I'm wrong, if that is not a good thing to do intermittent fasting if you have diabetes. Again, check with your doctor first. That's he knows best. But then in the same token, we know that many of our doctors don't know as much about a whole food plant-based lifestyle as we would wish. So okay, you see, Jody said my doctor recommended it for me. Yes, I mean this is the general consensus that it's recommended. But again, everyone is different, and You can try it slowly. I don't want that you end up in a hospital because your blood sugar went skyrocket, sky high. I don't want that. But I want to help you in any way that so far my experience was very good with this. Let's see. Great, Connie. Excellent. Okay, so that's great. Then, I was afraid that I was really concerned when you asked me this morning, and there were quite a few members who commented on it, and this is for me. It's very important that your well-being. This is very important to me. I'm a chef. I give you a meal plan, and I know that my meal plan works, but everyone has different medical situations where I cannot predict if it's good or if something could happen. In general, most of our members are really doing great. No booze, please. That's right, Anjana. Okay, Majori said, I checked my blood sugar after eating dinner and I didn't have an insulin spike and was in range. The citrus salads in the beets had no effect. Great, excellent, wonderful. Love to hear that. Okay, Susan said, onions, garlic for the wrap-up sauce, plant milk. Yeah, you can do that. You can. You are coming from the French cuisine. We add cream to it, so you add plant milk. You can absolutely do that. Yeah, if you like, you can do that. Okay. Correct. I still did the lemon water too every morning. Candy. Yes. Awesome results. Great. Wonderful. Excellent. Are olives permitted? Not if you want to lose weight. If you don't want to lose weight, go ahead and have as many as you want. But they're salty. There's a lot of salt in there. Just 8 or 9 olives have quite a salt in there. So keep this in mind. Liana is saying, I am pre-diabetic and I have no problems with IF. However, I do have my lemon water every morning. My health is drastically improved. Wonderful. Thank you, Liana. Okay, Susan is saying there's an Instapot on sale, $39. Wow, that's great. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Sunita, have a good night and let me know if you have any questions, okay? Thanks for joining. You see, Jody's asking if she can have her lemon water cold. Absolutely, yeah. The difference is when your lemon water is warm, it will be absorbed much faster by the body. That's the only difference. Okay, so Nita's asking what's lemon water good for? I posted a little post in the Facebook group with all the benefits. It has a massive amount of benefits. It's first of all, it helps you lose weight. The reason why it helps you lose weight, there is pectin in there, and pectin helps you. You're not being hungry. That's why I know Stacy, for instance, she was never hungry, and Stacy lost a lot of weight. So that's what the lemon water does to you. If you drink quite a bit of lemon water, at least in the morning, you get your pectin, and because we eat the skin and everything in there, we get a solid amount of fibers in there as well, and that's why it helps you lose weight. The other, there's quite a few others. It's anti-inflammatory components in there. It fights cancer. It's what else? There were so many benefits of eating lemon juice, drinking lemon juice. It's just absolutely amazing. So I can only recommend it. Okay, let me read the other question here. Okay, actually, there's quite a few more benefits. For instance, it helps relieve the pain if you have sickle cell anemia. It relieves asthma symptoms during a cold. It reduces wrinkles and improves the skin. So there's and it actually helps with lowering the blood pressure. So it's a lot of great benefits, and you can look it up. Healthline. There's a lot of websites out there where you can check benefits of limes and lemons, and they're interchangeable. You can use either one. Lemons have a little bit more vitamin C and a little bit more of the macronutrients, but that's it. Okay, I just saw here. How do people warm the lemon water in the AM? I usually use room temperature water and a carafe set off overnight. Yeah, you can do that. How do people warm the lemon water? In a microwave or in a pot? In a pot with just water. Like a tea kettle. That's fine. Okay. Let's see the other questions here. Yeah, you can heat it in a Keurig. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Yes, very good, Marjorie. Yes, how to bring family members. That was my next thing. That's very good. That's actually a big question everyone is asking. How to bring our family members to eat the same food as we do. I can only recommend to you if you're the one who's cooking, and you have to do it from sort of selfish point of view. I know we don't want to be selfish to our families, but hear me out. When you cook your food and you have all the nutrients in your food you need for yourself to be healthy, that means your family members will be healthy too. So, and then you add your chicken, your fish, whatever to the food. That's it. That's all you do. There's differences, for instance, when you cook the chili. So now they're asking, oh, where's the beef in there? Okay. If you want to make it plant-based, add tempeh. Tempeh, if you roast the tempeh, you almost don't taste the difference. Or if I'm not advocating to get vegan ground beef, but you can, and then they will taste absolutely no difference between beef or that, but it's plant-based. So I'm not advocating for using Beyond Burger or Beyond ground beef, but this is perfect for the transition process. So if you want to convert your family members, do that. Get yourself the vegan meat and do that for them. I'm not saying you should eat it yourself. It's for them. and they will be absolutely amazed how this tastes. Okay, so but just try to cook for yourself, put all ingredients in there, have a third starchy vegetables, a third of non-starchy vegetables, and a third of green leafy vegetables. If you put this on a plate, you get all the nutrients you need, and eat until you're satisfied. Keep in mind, if you want to lose weight, keep the rice and the quinoa and the starchy vegetables a little bit on the lower side, but and keep your we will get to this. There's a formula, so to speak, how to lose weight on a constant basis. That's why I gave you salads in the morning. So by eating fresh greens in the morning, you're giving your body a little bit of all the nutrients it needs. Maybe not enough protein, but your protein you can eat an hour later or 2 hours later. For instance, you could bring yourself a baked sweet potato to work, whatever, as as your lunch, and then you add. Let's say if you don't eat from the meal planner, just take a whole baked sweet potato with you, and then a salad or greens, whatever it is, and that's where you get your protein from and your starches. Okay, but important is if you eat your green leafy vegetables first, that's how you lose weight. Okay, because it cleans you completely out. It's very good for you, and then later on you have your heavy meal for lunch. Okay, so okay, we got carried away a little bit here. How you get your family member to eat a vegan lifestyle? By inspiring them, because this is what I'm trying to do with you. I'm trying to inspire you to eat a whole food plant-based lifestyle, and if I can inspire you, then you can inspire your family members. I know it's not easy, but they will come. They will, because they will see how good you feel after a while. Because, and I don't wish this to anyone, but if you do this for the next 3 months, let's say, and then you go to the doctor and your doctor gives you a clean bill, and then your spouse goes and says, and the doctor said, yeah, your cholesterol is a little high and this and that. That it's 80% of all people have that. They go to the doctor and the doctor said, your cholesterol is good, not to worry. It's at 240. It's okay, but just watch it. That's it. That's how it is all the time. Because on the Western diet, there's no way that your cholesterol is lower, even if you exercise. It just doesn't work. That's how it is. Your cholesterol is 90% higher if you eat the Western diet. That's how it is, even if you exercise. Because I exercise all the time, and I was a vegetarian for a long time, and my cholesterol was high. So that's it's just normal. Once they see oh, you got a clean bill of health. What about me? Okay, so try to eat my food, and don't convince them. Don't never try to convince them. Only cook by example. Cook. Try to inspire. That's it. Don't even say much. Just cook the food, and if they want their meat, let them have their meat, but let them see that you're satisfied, that you're happy with the food, that you look good, and you feel much better than before. They see this. Family members see if someone changes their diet and feels much better. With a plant-based lifestyle, a lot of again here I cannot make any medical claims or whatever, but a lot of things go away. So it's just that's the nature of the game. Just try to inspire. Okay, let's see if we have any other questions. Let me know if you have any more questions about getting your family members to eat the vegan diets. I can only tell you, try to inspire them. That's all I can say. Yes, yeah, Betty. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And I think that Stacy can tell you a little bit about the lemon water because she's doing it every morning, according to what she's saying. So, and I think she had real good success. You know, her results speak for herself. The one that's saying, I don't cook, but I don't eat. So my husband comes on board with me, knowing that won't work for everyone. I know. Good. Yeah. I added I added their choices after preparing my meals. Hmm. Good. Excellent. You know, you guys are talking about a recipe. I don't know what you're referring to. What kind of greens to use with sauteed greens? Whatever is in season. Right now, kale is in season. Swiss chard is in season. Um, Spinach. So arugula. There's a lot of greens you can use. I would use them. You know, mix it up. Don't use only one certain green leafy vegetables. Just mix them up. Nice. Kimberly saying the lemon water cleans me completely out. Good, good. Men always seem to lose more quickly than women. You're absolutely right, Connie. You know what happened with our last challenge? There were quite a few spouses who joined the challenge and they had no intention. And when they started, they actually were more successful than the women. Yeah, it's crazy. I know. But what can we do? Okay, do we have. Okay, so just wanted to go over. Okay, so before I forget, tomorrow we have our live speaker, Kay Cooney. She's a nurse. She's talking about gut health. Don't forget, tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Don't miss this great event. Yeah, look at Candy. My husband lost 14 pounds by just following me. He admits he gained back 2 over Thanksgiving, but is looking forward to jumping in on this week. Great, excellent. That's fantastic. That's great. You see, that's how you inspire your spouses and your family members. I know it's it. That's why I said everyone has access to the whole food plant-based transition planner in the library. Do yourself a favor and start watching it. It will tell you everything about um, our eating culture, and this is the way. This is why we eat what we eat. This is how it is. Um, what? They wonder? Your husband lost 19 pounds so far. That's great. That's really awesome. Cool. Good to hear. Fantastic. Yeah, Devonda, Stacy, and Candy, um, Kimberly. These are all Anjana, Liana. These are all members from our last challenge. So thank you for being here tonight. Okay, great. Don't forget, okay, Candy is saying, Chef, how should everyone access Kay's presentation tomorrow? It's the same as this tonight. It's a carbon copy of this. I will stream it on StreamYard, same way. This is too risky to go with Facebook. Too risky. I don't want to do this. So it's going to be the same link. We're going to split the screen, and we're going to do it on the same software. Okay. Look at that. Stacy is saying my daughter has started using water when she cooks sometimes, and she hates chili but loves chefs. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, thank you. Now I feel like a kid in a I call it in a candy store. Nice, thank you. I really appreciate it. Yvonne saying that he lost 11.6 pounds during the challenge. That's great. Fantastic. Okay, are these videos, live videos, just for members, or are they open during the challenge? They're live. Yes, during the challenge, they're open for everyone. But once the challenge is over, because the challenge is public, so once the challenge is over, we're going back to our membership, and that's completely private. Completely, no one is going to hear or see anything about it. Okay, so that's the difference. Because everyone has access to the Eat Like a Vegan Chef Challenge Facebook group. Anyone who wanted to enter. So even though it's a private group, but everyone can join this group, but not so in the membership. Membership is only for members. By the way, tonight is our, the last day where you can join as a lifetime member. Take advantage of it. I don't know if I think almost everyone here is a member now, I believe, and I appreciate it. I thank you so much for being a member or have become a member in the last week. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm here to help you. I'm here to serve you. That's what I do. That's what I do throughout the year, not only during the challenge. Okay. Okay, Elizabeth is saying, sorry, I missed the cleans, but it is warm or cold lemon juice. I drink it in the morning. Would it be fresh lemons? Okay, Elizabeth, I posted an article this morning on the Facebook page. If you have a chance, look it up. What you do is you buy whole organic lemons. You wash them, you cut them in pieces, put them in a blender, add a little water, blend them until they're really, really smooth, like, almost like a puree. Put them in ice cubes trays and freeze them. So every morning you take 1 or 2 cubes out and put them in your warm water. That's it. That's all you need to do. And it's basically, you're not craving coffee anymore. And it has incredible health benefits. Okay, Ajana is asking tomorrow what time. I have 2 events tomorrow. One is the Q&A for people who couldn't attend today or tonight. So at 1 p.m. I have a Q&A, and then at 8 p.m. I have Kay, it's our guest speaker tomorrow night. That's going to be a really cool event tomorrow. So she's going to talk about gut health. So this is really that's a great event. Don't miss it. Yes, you see, when we have Okay, Candy, I'm sorry. Candy is saying, I could tell all my friends about case presentation. Yes. And then if they click, they can hear about the program too. If so, can you tell me the link, because Kay has a lot of vegan friends that I think would like to hear about your offerings. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, it's open to everyone. I mean, I want to give everyone the opportunity, all our speakers, to get the exposure of, get as many people as possible. So in the next year, we will have our guest speakers, but what is planned for next year is that these guest speakers come back for our private members, for our members. And they get a treat just for them. So for instance, the guest speakers, they will speak on our, on Facebook as I do right now, but they will come back and talk in the membership itself, only to the members. And that's going to be awesome, because you really get good advice then. Yes, Stacy, it's on the Eat Like a Vegan Chef page. So, right now, I'm streaming over my Facebook page and the challenge page, but but tomorrow is going to be streamed through Facebook page and through YouTube. So it's two different stations. And it's always better if you join for my page, because you can comment. I see there's a few challengers here who participated. They came from the challenge, and if you don't give StreamYard permission to show your name, then you see only Facebook user. Okay. Okay. There's a Facebook user here. I don't know who this is. I'm really glad, by sheer luck, I stumbled upon this. Sign up for lifetime. Day one. No caffeine, no withdrawals. I don't know who is this, because it says Facebook user. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Great. Okay. Yeah. Good night, Kimberly. She's leaving. Okay. Good. Yes. Please tell Kay. Yeah. And we will talk about tomorrow before the event. That's we need to do that. You can tell Candy. You can tell her. Okay. Great. Let's see. Do we have anything else for tonight? We have covered the guest speaker. We have covered the questions. The sale is finishing up tonight. Maybe I'll let it run until tomorrow night, until the K is finishing up. Yeah, I might gonna do that. Okay, so if there's anyone, oh, hi Sue. Okay, here, that's the thing. You came from the challenge, so you actually literally have to go out of this live stream, go back to the page where you came from, where you saw that the live stream is on, and you click on StreamYard, the link StreamYard, you click on it, and you just click on giving permission to show your name. It's just one blue button. You click on it, that's all you need to do, and your name will show up. You see, that's the problem what Facebook is doing to everyone. Facebook wants to completely separate itself from everyone. They want to become a monopoly, and that's the problem. It never used to be this way, but what can you do? And the Facebook live stream doesn't work as well as this one here. You see, last time we did it and it didn't work. Okay, good, great. So I think we're all done. I thank you so much for coming tonight. Yes, thank you, Stacy. Okay, good. I think I've covered all the questions here. Again, I'm live almost every day. I'm live again tomorrow at 1 p.m. and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Good. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for our live speaker. Okay. Well, I know Kay is talking about gut health while, oops, where is this? While she's not be promoting your program. Yes. When she talks about gut health, what are you doing is going to be supporting that. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, great. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night. Candy, we'll talk maybe tomorrow, okay? Let's touch base tomorrow afternoon. Thank you so much and have a good night.